average blows, competitive spirits. Yeah, 13.
Happy day, and what it do?
Yes, sir.
It's your boy K here. Listen, being average at anything is never great. Being above average at everything kind of makes you awesome.
Yes, sir. And I go by 3% Kai, and the 3 represents the percentage of the world that's identical twins. Okay. And of course, I'm still smelling, tasting, touching, hearing, and seeing in color. So what I got to complain about? Today, we actually got somebody joining our conversation.
Yes, Sirski!
Running back for the tippiest little Blizzy.
Hold on. Speaking on that, I just want to speak on something from the last episode.
Run it back from the tippy.
All right, so I spoke on.
I like that. I like that.
Hold on, but before we start, how we usually start the pod is when people think of identical twins, they think that we could think the same thing, feel the same pain.
Right.
We can't feel the same pain, but sometimes we are thinking similar.
Right.
So right now, I'm gonna count to 3. I'm gonna say what's on my mind.
I'm gonna say what's on my mind.
And Blizzy, I actually want you to say what's on your mind as well when I count to 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Run it back from the tippy.
All the big girls that's between 170 and 210. Holla at
Wow,
me.
he went into a whole phrase.
At _Lil Blizzy here on Instagram.
Hey, yo! So why are we doing this?
Run it back from the tippy.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, I work with this. I work with the ACP program, right? Okay. What the ACP program is we are bridging the gap with low-income families, and we provide tablets for low-income families. And just hit me up, all right? I'm sliding in DMs for people that I think need it, and yeah. So just wanted to speak on that because I'm
not gonna tell nobody you low income either. You heard these good
not
people.
at all. I mean, there's a lot of ways to finesse the system, and I'm here to help.
So as you can see, when we just did that, me and Kay, we not having identical thoughts. Neither is Brian.
Blizzy,
but he was Blizzy Brian. He was a little late with it. But me and Kay, we are identical twins, just not between the butthole and the dingaling. They call that the gooch.
Hey,
yo, but
come on, bro. 2 more of those, I'm out.
My apologies. Yo, so today we're actually gonna be talking about discipline. Now I have 2 definitions for discipline. Do you have
married
one?
niggas want to talk to me about discipline.
Yeah. So you want to hit yours first?
Yeah, the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience.
Activity or experience that provides mental or physical training.
All right. So let's get into it like this. It is estimated that 3 out of every 10 people will need to use spell check to correctly spell discipline. If there were 7 other people in this room right now,
would be the 3.
I would for sure. I don't want to speak for y'all.
Nah, you know what?
Well,
after this week, no. But I spelled it so much this week, nah.
Spell it right
I
now.
Need it. What?
Spell it right now.
I got it right here in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't do me.
Yes.
Nah.
Speak up a little bit.
Yeah, don't do me though.
Nah, you ain't gonna do you. Just in case you need like a little trick, you spell it disc, DISCI, and then pline, PLINE.
Okay.
That's what helped me, goddamn.
Okay.
Niggas got me drinking Tito's. I can't. I drink tequila.
You drinking that competitive beverage, goddammit.
Oh yeah, no Tito. Fuck Tito. I don't even know no idea Tito. You heard?
Yo, so when you hear the word discipline, like what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Blizzy.
Well, first my dad. But you know, as I get older, I think about discipline as things you have to do when you don't want to do it.
Okay. And when you hear the word, what's the first thing you think of?
I think about myself.
Think about yourself?
Yeah, like self-discipline, what I think of.
Oh, wow.
Like what am I in control of? What am I or not in control of?
Okay. I kind of went where he went with it. Like I think of parents, like strict parents. Strict comes to mind, and then parents.
Got you.
And why you making that face? Like you like, shit, we can't relate to that at all.
Oh no, not at all. I was like, yo, why? Obviously twins, fraternal thoughts,
right?
But yeah, no, that's interesting that you gotta.
So when you think of you said self-discipline, so let's get into that then.
What, self-discipline?
Right.
I am glad you asked, brother. So I know Kai is not on Facebook any longer, but myself and Blizzy is on Facebook, right?
Blizzy.
And so one of the things that the self-discipline, like I'm a competitive person.
I already know where you about to go.
Yeah, I'm a competitive person, and anytime I see like a post or a story or anything, especially if I know the individual, and I see that they're capping, I'm always inclined to say something. But like I'm trying to be self-disciplined. It's like, I don't need to respond to everything.
Right.
It's none of my business.
Right.
But damn, I want to though.
So let me ask you, when's the last time you seen something that you wanted to comment on, but you didn't?
Try talking to Mike, Blizz.
Every day.
So what's the last thing that you seen?
The last thing that happened to me was I have to tell a little story.
Yeah, go ahead. Get story time, baby.
Story Boulevard, baby.
With Jada and Will, whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
It was a video that surfaced of her like trying to force him to be on the live, and he like, I get my bones off
I just
social
seen
media.
that.
Yeah, it make me. I posted. I said, I'm not defending her no more. She evil because I don't go against black women. Like after my first response, I always first response just defend it because it's like niggas do the opposite. So I just, you know what I mean? But yeah, so somebody was like, yeah, she bugging. He's the A-list celebrity. She's just a nobody. I said, see, you had to take it too far. Like that's all I said. But he Puerto Rican and shit. You feel me? I fuck with him, my nigga, but it's just like you can't be saying that about no black lady. Like, hey yo, hey yo. I said anything inappropriate, you get an hey yo. Like, what?
Respect, right? Yeah, respect.
I'm about to give him a history lesson, but I gotta be disciplined. Everybody don't. You sign up for classes. You niggas just don't give you classes.
So okay, so that was so what you held back your real words that you want to get off. Yeah. Respect to that, brother.
Yeah, hold on. So just to because both of you guys, when you guys thought of the word discipline, right? Yep. You sort of associated it with punishment, right? Kinda.
Yeah.
That's fair to say. You thought your dad strict. Yeah. All right. So a misconception is that discipline and punishment is the same thing, and they're obviously not.
Right. And yeah, well, what you said, that self-discipline, like that's a case where that's not like punishment. You're just, you know what I'm saying?
They do go hand in hand, but punishment is something that's like in the moment, right? Your child does something like misbehave, so you punish them in the moment. Discipline is something that's learned over time.
I think
talking to Mike Bliss. Talking to Mike Bliss.
Please.
My bad. I'm acting like Mike Tyson. I think punishment could be used as a tool to help somebody be more disciplined.
It is. That's
absolutely.
Like, literally in the definition, it is. But people think like discipline and punishment is the same. No, they go hand in hand for sure. So it's not the same thing.
While talking about like parents and shit, and we was talking about strict parents. Strict parents are defined as parents who place high standards and demands on their children. Did your pops because dad, I don't think he had any.
Nah, he was very loose. Yeah, very loose.
Like y'all can run around. Like, go ahead.
It's because you know what. Our dad, we barely seen our dad as a kid. He was like a myth to us. He worked so damn much, right? He was at work by the time we woke up, and when we went to sleep, he was still at work. So
you just knew the lights was on.
Yeah. Right. Or we got a phone call, you heard his voice. I was a cow and chicken. You never seen the parents, you just heard the voice.
Right. Cow and chicken.
Yo, what was the question though?
Well, when you did your dad ever place have high standards for you, or
was he strict? Very strict.
He wasn't strict. He just was. I come from like a family with not
speaking
a
to
lot
Mike, baby.
I come from a family with not a lot of men in the family.
Okay,
it's young niggas. I know I'm not supposed to say that.
No, you could.
That's literally what I mean. It's young dudes growing up, but it wasn't no men. So
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. It sounds like you about to cry right now. First off,
no. I ain't about to cry. Y'all don't want to do this episode. I'm just saying, my cousins don't got no dads and shit. My daddy wanted to be like my cousins and shit. Niggas went to jail, sell drugs and shit. He just wanted me to be regular, like.
Okay.
So it wasn't no super rules or nothing. It was just no low expectations. Like I get a C, he like that's not good.
Right.
Okay.
You get a B minus, you could have got an A type. Shit like that. That's all it was. I ain't gonna cry. I might even shout out my dad though.
Shout out his dad.
So I seen something where it was like you might be like there's people who probably are strict, but they don't know that they're being a strict parent. So here's a couple of things that I've seen that are like indications that you might be a strict parent. All right, and we talked about this on an episode before, okay, on the Your Honor segment. Right. You never let your 9-year-old pick out their own clothes. Right?
Like, not serious. Yo, the way you go from serious to playing.
Well,
yo! I mean, I feel attacked. That's a shot.
Wow, unnecessary Ayo.
No. See, Ayo is not just used. I don't know if you're not part of the Pause Patrol community.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, we got one of y'all right here. We got him.
But pause don't just mean homosexual. It's anything too freaky, unnecessarily freaky. It's 3 niggas in here. Nothing freaky should be said.
See,
hold on. What's freaky about? Why'd you say
it? It was nothing freaky about. So for me, Ayos, right? Yeah. They just anything that I feel gets hey yo. It could be something extremely funny, right? It's like hey yo, that's funny.
Frivolous. You using Ayo in a frivolous nature. Okay.
Hey yo, so you about to get this again? Goddammit.
So hold on, Kai. I'm gonna need you to run that back.
Run it back from the tippy.
I'll come back here 10 times. I like that.
So the number one thing that I've seen is never let your 9-year-old you never let your 9-year-old pick up their own clothes. Right? That's one. Right. 2, you give forever punishments. Like the punishment shouldn't last all summer. It don't make sense.
No extension. Right. No date. It's like I'm in county.
A forever punishment.
No date. Like
right.
Damn. You know what I'm getting out this month.
3, you give orders with no feedback. So like there's no room for negotiation. You can't explain like if you do this, that, nah. No, I'm saying. And then the last one is that consequences are too big, and that's pretty much like the first one where the punishments just go on forever.
Right.
But yeah, so those are signs you might be a strict parent if you are doing those things. Oh, well, also if your child has no downtime, like you feel like you gotta plan every minute of their day, and if they don't have fun at the house. Like if they always want to go to Brian's house to have fun, that's a sign that something's happening at the crib, bro. You straight or something.
Right.
Why you making that face, sir?
Huh?
Why you making that face?
It's
sir?
Blizzy, all right? It's Blizzy.
Hey,
You can call me Brian. Man. My name Brian. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm Blizzy though. My name Brian, but I won't pump her. You heard? I won't gas her. I won't.
it
pump
is
her,
funny
you heard?
that that you telling me to put respect on this man's name when he's saying it's okay for me to.
I'm a junior, so call me Brian. Put respect on my
'Cause
name.
I got discipline. You know, we talked about it beforehand, and yeah.
Spicy.
So okay, positive discipline. Have you ever? How does that sound to anybody? Positive discipline.
I feel like all the discipline I ever got was positive.
Eh,
I ain't dead. I ain't go to jail.
oh, touche. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Remember to talk in the mic.
I know
I
it's
ain't
probably
dead. I ain't go to jail.
uncomfortable
Shout
'cause you
out
gotta
me
lean. There you go. If it helps you, like, could you want to move this back and lean on the table a little bit?
Here we go.
Wow.
Okay.
There you go. Boom. Perfect. I know.
Well, we good.
You got the white hoodie
And
on.
nobody got a discount for this. This wasn't free because I'm on the pod. Niggas paid for this. You heard? I ain't even see the money. I just put it in my pocket. But I felt 2 bills. I hope it was a 10 to 20. You heard? Holla at me.
So that means it's going for $30. Yeah, it's going for 30. Well, first off, did you have another misconception that you want to get in real
Oh,
quick?
no, not right now. So you said positive discipline.
Yeah. Also, positive discipline. If you're unfamiliar with it, I mean, you said that you feel like all your discipline was positive because you're not in jail or you're dead right now.
Right.
Respect.
Totally
Positive
disagree.
discipline.
Totally disagree. On my end, not for you, but on my end.
Positive discipline is discipline that is based on praise and encouragement. So instead of it doesn't focus on punishment, it's just like
Actually, read something in the. I
That
think
sound like white people shit.
I would say in New Britain.
what?
Yeah, not Connecticut. No, like
literally.
literally.
Overseas.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like they practice that like a lot.
Okay.
They're actually trying to make like illegal to like physically.
So you had mentioned earlier about self discipline, right? Abstinence.
Ooh.
How do y'all feel about abstinence and people going celibate?
Anybody that could do that, you strong and you really disciplined.
Why you feel like that's a hard thing to do?
I mean, I've done it not by choice. Like,
So he had desert penis over
I did
here.
it like 16 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so to speak on that, right? Like a fun fact that I seen was I think we all know this. I'm not sure if you're into animals at all. Like I watch the Discovery Channel, Animal Planet. Every once in a while, it does something for me. But so like in the animal world, right? They say that animals, when it comes to sex, are more disciplined than humans, right? And a lot of that comes down to like let's use lions, tigers, because only the strongest get to get the mate.
But
right?
I kind of feel disrespected when you say that because we have a dog, bro,
Right.
and Fresco, he be up there just dunking any and everything at any time of
But
day.
I said cats, right? Lions,
Oh, you said cats?
tigers.
I just said animals.
Oh boy, I said we're
did
gonna
say
speak
in the
on
animal
No, I
kingdom.
did in animal kingdom, right?
Okay.
But I'm not even talking about domesticated animals. Animal kingdom. Is Fresco gonna be there?
I mean, technically we.
Low ass to get ate up. I ain't even see Fresco. Fresco ass to be chow.
Yo, but where I was going with that was like, imagine if that was like our rules, right? Like basically the strongest survive, the strongest get to go. Like, would you be a virgin?
I mean, what you mean by strong?
I mean, in this
Because it
room,
sound
I'll
like
be the
you
one.
giving me, you giving me Kevin Samuels vibe.
Oh, all right,
The
listen,
alpha
hold on.
male shit. I hate that shit.
No. You literally in the animal world, especially dealing with cats, felines, right? You have to fight. The winner of the fight gets the meat.
Well, that's why I was going with that. If right now in this room, I think I'll come out on top. Like y'all be virgins, I'll be. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
How many female lions is it?
There's one.
No, I mean.
I don't know
jungle.
in the world.
It's
It is a lot, but
I
you
tried
you
so
have to
hard not
fight. You
say-
gotta
hold on, let me
fight.
look at it. I try so hard not to say bitches, but it's mad women in the world. Like, you feel me? So it's like niggas don't gotta be fighting over them. Like, you feel me? It's,
But if we was
my
in
bad.
the animal kingdom,
Like if we
especially-
live like them, if we had to adopt to
you
that.
fight because you go to a female, you're gonna have to fight over that female, right? So you say there's mad of them in the world, yeah, you just gotta fight for all of them though.
That's just
Okay.
so when we say fight or when you say fight, like
Fight.
that's just when you gotta just turn it like, okay, we're not getting into a physical fight anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna beat you up differently right now, son.
how you figure? All right,
Well, I'm saying
interested in what
He
you're
said,
going with
"You're
this.
gonna verbally assault me, sir?"
Yes.
As a lion?
Well, no. I'm
No,
just
he's
saying,
bringing it if how we live as humans, but we
'cause
have their
if,
rules.
If I see somebody and I know I can't beat them up, it's like I gotta switch. You know what I'm saying,
And then he's gonna snuff you.
he might. First of all, I'm fast. what I'm saying? So I might.
Yo, don't do this for the podcast.
Nah, I'm just
Kai
saying.
can fight. He the tough twin.
No.
This the pretty one, and this the tough twin.
Hey, yo!
That was an a yo.
Oh no, it wasn't that. I
I
didn't do it for that. I just like, you know what I mean? Like, oh,
Now y'all
he the
both-
tough one.
I ain't say you was a bitch, but like,
No, but still, I feel
if,
some type
if
of way.
somebody did something to you before he even got the chance to say something to you, you would feel me. Don't get on here acting like you Kevin Hart.
Nah, I'm not.
That's what
but
I'm saying. You try to I
No,
know
no, no,
fast
no.
and shit.
What
Nigga,
I'm
don't
saying
do
is,
that.
in a world where we have to fight for every female encounter, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
So there's
that's
some
too much
people I
fighting.
gotta pick and choose. We got an older
we
brother.
don't have to bring it to the animal kingdom. We live in a world like that. Where men feel like that, but you don't have to.
Oh no, yeah, of course. But again, just using my example,
Yeah,
where we
right,
say
right.
if we had to do that,
Yo, Blizz like, man, forget that example, bro. Let's
No.
be real.
He said
If
we
you gonna
moving-
use
moving
it,
on.
let's be lions. Like for me, like, you bringing it out the example.
Okay, hold on. You said let's be lions. Let me hear your roar, my boy.
Pause.
How's that?
Hey yo,
Let me hear you roar, my boy. Hey yo.
gotta love it, gotta love it.
I'm just saying, if we-
it's Blizzy,
Run it back from the tippy.
straight like
I
that.
love this podcast.
All right, so we gonna move it right along, goddamn.
Yes, sir.
No. I don't know how I feel because if I'm gonna be a 150-pound lion, it'd
Right.
be hard for me. It'd be hard for me to be a 150-pound lion.
Yeah, well,
155
so,
lion.
So when I said like if we live like that, I wasn't talking about if we were lions. I meant if we adopted the lion rules.
Yeah, so you still yourself right
you
now.
still yourself, yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
I mean, look, we
I
can.
don't know why. I don't know.
I said what I said, and I stand on that. If we just talking about this room, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna be virgins. I'm gonna be the one pounding all the pools.
Yeah, so moving on. All right,
First
so,
of all, in reality, y'all niggas gonna be fighting because y'all niggas look alike. So y'all gonna be tight that the joint picked you over you because we look alike. What you picking for? And I'm gonna be over there on the couch cracking up. You heard before y'all niggas know what happened.
he got it.
I ain't have to hunt for no
You know,
food
that
or
is
nothing. I ain't
that's
have
a
to
hell
hunt
of
no
an
food,
explanation.
Y'all just
Right.
hell of an explanation.
y'all distracted.
So I wanted to get in of styles of discipline. There's three different styles of discipline.
Yep.
You got the power assertive, so like we just talking about beating people up, right? Love withdraw, where you refuse to speak to someone or listen to them, like you just want to withdraw yourself from them. And then you got induction, teach, explain things. Look, if you do this, here's the consequences. Those are the three styles of discipline. What style do you think like you are more receptive to?
I'm actually too.
Run it back from the tippy.
In terms of repeating
Yeah,
the three back?
repeat all three. repeat
Okay,
all three.
so power assertive, beating people up, love withdraw, refusing to speak, listen, not giving them that love, and then induction, teaching and explaining consequences, behaviors.
now as a grown man, I can say definitely like teaching.
Okay,
I have a question.
what's up?
Go ahead.
When would these styles of discipline be prevalent in our lives as
Right now?
Right now.
men?
I mean, first off, you're
Who
still
would be implying this discipline on
well,
you?
you still are a son,
Yes.
right? And you have any siblings?
No.
Okay, you have friends.
Yeah, people you care about. Is there people that you care about?
Couple.
Okay,
Are any of them younger than you? Like,
Yes.
all right.
so you will be
You'll be the disciplinary.
yeah.
Like you're.
So if you're saying that you can't answer that question, like which one works best for you, then which one do you feel like you
Well, I
be?
don't have children, so I wouldn't be putting my hands on nobody's kids.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I
not
wouldn't be,
not power assertive.
I feel like
So I was talking to Mike Blaze.
I wouldn't be putting my hands on anybody's kids. The withdrawal of love, I feel like that's a little manipulative. It's like girlfriends type shit.
Touche.
You know what I'm saying? I know about that.
So
Wife type shit. Hold on, what did she say?
hey, look, Cows, look, man, he talking. I ain't say nothing now.
Hold on, let me put your hand on the table.
They know what it is.
Oh, I ain't see no bling, but you got the band. All right,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This for work. This for work. You know what I
I
mean?
probably got the best wedding band
I
in
don't
the game.
play with no fake married niggas.
Hold on, see.
Okay.
But what was the third one though?
Induction. I guess what you were saying. Explaining, teaching.
Yes, that's
you'll
the
be
one.
that one.
That's the one.
Okay.
Just from my viewpoint, I don't have children.
So
We don't have children either.
Yeah, we don't have
I'm
children.
putting my paws on my children.
But I mean, I
Open
can
hands,
say
like wrestling. Open hands, no paws.
the last episode I talked about, maybe it was the last episode or 2 episodes ago. I don't like the silent treatment.
Right.
So that's pretty much like the love withdrawal. I think that's what I'm more receptive to, because like then I know there's a problem. Like so I gotta change something to get that love that I seek, bruh. You know what I'm saying? What's so funny? God damn it!
I'm petty because I just don't like the silent treatment because I can't be silent. So I can't do it to you. Like we in my crib, you not talking to me. It been 50 minutes. I'm mad because like why we not talking? Not 'cause
Right.
you, I don't even care if you mad. Just talk to me. Like
Right.
It don't work for me.
Baby, come back.
Or get the fuck out.
Extreme.
He turned it up.
So hold on. You said.
I'm more.
So, but what about if? Because like that's how you figure out that there's a problem, right?
Right,
And
right.
that makes you want to change the fact. But for you, do you think that's best for you though? Because it seems like you're coming from a place of that's what you're dealing with now, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I do deal with it. But I'm saying I am the most receptive to that because I mean, if you put your hands on me, I'm inclined to put my hands back on you.
Perfect.
And then
Right.
in terms of like
say no mas.
I then.
Say no
Yeah,
mas.
thank you. Be yourself.
Shit.
All right, so according to Wittenberg.eu, having self-discipline helps us overcome laziness, procrastination, and prevents us from taking things for granted.
Yes.
Right.
Both disagree, right?
Yeah, I mean, there ain't nothing to disagree about, bro.
Nothing.
All right, cool.
That's a real definition.
and that's what you was talking about earlier, like the self discipline and stuff. I mean, that's right on, like
Okay.
right on.
Right.
How do you guys feel about discipline in a school setting?
I work in a school.
Go
So-
ahead, Blizz.
I'm a rapper full time. I don't got no job. I sell drugs and shit. I bust. Hey, yo! I got a job.
Hey, yo,
working at
just,
school.
for the kids or anybody listening or watching, those was jokes.
Yeah,
he was
Jokes.
joking.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, everything else that he say is alleged, right? Like we don't.
He said he busting them things.
So as it pertains to discipline in school, how you feel about that, Blizz?
Like in school suspension, ISS, or suspending the kid outright.
Anybody with a position of power is. I believe they would take it for granted, and I feel like people do that in schools with discipline. I feel like you don't have any really power. You're just trying to guide them. You're not supposed to be disciplined in school.
So you don't think kids should get suspended or they should go?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It's messed up because the school to prison pipeline is a thing.
Yeah.
It's like some people need to go to jail. Some people need to be suspended. Like you need to be out of school for a couple days because you wilding, bro. But
Somehow he turned it to something else.
that's why ISS is good because you still got to stay in school. Going home ain't no punishment. You about to be playing Xbox. And
Right.
shit.
So I'm not. Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because getting suspended, especially to a bad kid, that does nothing for them. Like that's not gonna make me. That's like, oh, thank you, you gave me the vacation, bro.
Yeah.
So
So
player about to be at 40.
Whoa! You said your player about to be at 48. God, zoinks! Damn, you still trash.
Not mine.
Oh,
I thought 48. See, you ain't played 2K in a minute.
No, you're right. Short. Yeah.
Just chill.
48 is good.
Just chill. Okay. You want to see this and they got to tell you to chill. If you get to level 40, you lit. You be a skeleton. You can have a lion.
he
You
said,
don't know
"K
what's
pause."
going on.
I'm like that. All right.
I'm not like that. I'm
Oh.
just saying the people that is like that got to tell y'all. I'm like level 6. I don't play my
Right.
game like that.
I'm on Call of Duty. I
Yeah,
ain't
I'm
on
a Call of
NBA
Duty
2K.
too. I shoot people, not in real life.
The
Read that
trauma.
photo.
The trauma.
So-
Before we get on that, I just want to ask you a question about discipline. Which
up?
one of y'all was born first?
Your boy.
Oh boy.
So how do you discipline your little brother?
Oh.
I mean, we.
We're not doing that. We're not
Don't
doing
try to
that.
get me with the lion if we gotta be fighting for love and shit.
Right, we talked about it. Come on, man. Get the little boy nuggy. Like, come on, King.
Okay.
Knock it
So,
out.
oh no, but being realistic, I think there is a real answer for that, right?
Speak
And it
on
would be your. What was the third one? The third one was
Induction, teaching,
Yeah.
explaining
So
things.
I think that would be it for sure. I mean, because I stopped trying to be physical with Kai fighting. Like my view of it, I never want to.
Because at first you don't succeed.
I think I already know where you're going with this though. Like,
Yeah,
like
I-
giving each other marks and stuff.
Yeah. I never want to like people that I care about love, especially somebody who looks like me, right? My clone. What do I get from marking up his face?
Nothing.
All right,
Nothing
but
at all.
I might as well talk it out.
rephrase that next
That's
time.
how black people in general should feel. You get nothing from killing your brother or people that look like you.
I said Dr.
should talk it
Umar
out, figure it
5.0, and he on it. Goddamn it.
Respect,
Respect,
boy. The
bro.
I'm
respect.
saying if they killed your homie though, hey, I ain't judging you, but I'm just saying before it got to that, y'all should talk. Y'all should talk.
So where we at?
Shit real.
we good. We got. Yeah, we good.
Okay,
We good.
so I was just talking about discipline in school. First off, do you feel the same way, Kay?
What?
About discipline in school, like suspending don't work, but ISS, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Even well, ISS to a degree. I think what needs to happen more. Well, I'm not sure if it does or not. And you work in the school system, so but like it's more of trying to get the parent involved a little bit. Like for somebody like us, right? Where I said like seeing our dad was a myth when we were young, but anytime I heard his voice, like that did something to me. So like when the teachers had to call him, like I was like, oh shh.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but I feel like that can be worse. Like, let's say if you don't got the best relationship with your parents or whatever, and then like, I feel like just try to connect with me before you get my dad involved. And now I feel like you kind of backstab
You a
me.
kid though.
Wrong answer.
How's that the wrong answer? I mean, that's how I feel.
Because that's how see, I didn't want to get on my
Go ahead.
I didn't want to get on my Black Panther shit. But that's when white teachers begin a little too involved in parents' life.
But why you
kids'
assume it gotta
lives
be a
and
white
shit.
teacher?
I didn't assume anything. I said that's when white parent. I just seen this on Atlanta. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Y'all watch Atlanta?
Atlanta is a TV show, by the way.
It's a TV show. It was the first episode. It was crazy.
Oh
but-
damn! I thought you were talking about
This
real
is when
housewives.
teachers.
Yeah.
You right though. I shouldn't have said white. This is when teachers begin to not mind their business. So it's like you do have a relationship with the child, but if there's a problem with the child, you should deal with the parent.
Okay, and so that is one perspective. But here I am telling you, like as a former student, when they went and tried to call my dad, or any type of guardian, I feel like I'm never gonna connect with you. I'm always gonna be bad because you trying to get me in trouble and get my ass beat.
At that point, you should have respect authority. That's what they trying to teach you at the end of the day.
Yeah, but what also I'm saying is
agree.
that connection.
School to prison pipeline.
Yeah,
I'm saying
I just don't. 'Cause what you're saying is, like, don't reach out to my dad. Talk to me, 11-year-old kid, right? What do I?
But I'm
I
not
don't-
saying talk to me like, hey, look, you don't. If you connect with a person, they're more likely to be receptive to you. Period.
Yeah, but so there's also that thin line. Go ahead, Bliss.
That should be done before disciplinary actions is met. You should be
Right.
connecting with the student prior to that. That's
Well,
the issue.
so that's
Connecting with them
easier to
during
say
class.
too. But as a teacher, just to some push back alert, push back alert,
Yeah.
alert. Just because we think about the teachers, how many kids do they see in the course of a school year? Too many. So you want me to be able to make a connection with every single student? That's unrealistic.
But usually when you in the schools there, it's like a certain demographic. I could be talking from my viewpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if you work in Bridgeport schools, you could kind of, if you connect with one, you can connect with them all.
And that's Bridgeport, Connecticut. He's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm only talking about Bridgeport.
Kinda.
But if you
I
work
guess-
in Fairfield, you could connect with the
yeah,
majority.
but so that
You know what I'm saying?
you can say the majority. Yeah, but all right, what if the one that really needs help is nothing like the others, right? So
But
that's-
because also, it's not, the whole school is not like we're talking about select few kids that's like getting in trouble or that needs that little bit of extra attention. That's not every kid. So you're not
Yes.
gonna need to connect with every kid in that same way. And you have a real life example of it. Me too. Like of teachers like connecting. That's
no,
what I'm saying.
I know. I'm saying, yo, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
What y'all fuck the teacher?
Hey, I mean,
Talking about real life experience. Me and you got-
everybody wish that they. I mean, you wish you go back and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Put
I mean, he
Miss
said
Rizzo,
Bridgeport,
where you
Connecticut,
at?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I mean, everybody ain't no 16-year-old, 15-year-old turning down some poons. What we talking about?
I was 7. I ain't know what to do with it.
Hey,
I did good though. That's the only teacher I ever had. that
Homeboy
looked
had
good.
advanced thoughts. 7?
I mean, I didn't say I was gonna crack when I was 7, but I'm
No,
saying, I
I'm
remember
saying,
she
but
looking good.
you remember those? Oh, well, 'cause
Remember her looking good.
Like,
I just wanted to buy some juice. I want some juice
Yeah.
at 7.
applesauce, all that. Where the Legos at?
What's
Where the
that?
Legos
Y'all
at?
jazz it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Y'all jazz
About
it.
what?
About what?
We the same age, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Or in the same grade. What? How
Talk
old
to
were you
Mike.
in 3rd grade? How old were you in 3rd
All right,
grade?
I'm not finna-
7.
I
7,
skipped
8.
3rd grade. Put some respect on my name,
He
baby.
did skip 3rd grade.
Wait, so you skipped 3rd grade?
I
Not
skipped
you?
3rd
Yeah.
grade.
No,
That was
don't worry.
awkward.
Don't
That was
worry.
awkward.
He got-
hey,
So this
hey.
the smart twin. And the tough twin. That's tough.
So
We
don't-
gonna
don't-
leave
know
it
you
on.
used to get all the
We
bitches.
gonna leave it there. We gonna move on. All right, we
Yeah.
gonna move on.
Facts.
All right, so we just talk about school and discipline. How do y'all feel about work and discipline, like at your job, the workplace, and just if y'all need like a reminder,
That's
like
different than school.
right. So some
Right.
forms of discipline, you got the verbal warning, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got the written warning, you got the suspension or the improvement plan,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got obviously termination. You get canned.
You can't quit school. You could quit work. So
Very
it's like,
true.
If you want to work here, for me, come on.
I mean,
time,
you can
go to
actually
where
you
they
can
work.
quit school actually.
You can't quit school.
We not putting that in the university. I need to go to school till 12th grade.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
up
quit
to high
after
school.
that.
Okay, touche. I mean, you can get home. Some people who get schooled from home,
Yeah.
you know, they do really well as well.
Yeah,
So I don't want to
Of course.
discount that.
You get more attention.
What would you want to say about the workplace? And I got experience getting all these things, by the way.
No, yeah. Oh, me too. You know what I hate? It's like I think to a certain degree, the regular employees there's some way where we can discipline like the higher ups, right? Because oh, you don't
Black
agree?
people wish we could.
but I don't mean for no reason though. But there's like I mean I'm pretty sure we've all been in situations where somebody was abusing power,
Yeah,
right?
he talked about that earlier. Yeah.
So like there has to be and maybe there is.
What
right?
would you recommend? What would be the case solution to that?
On the spot, the case solution would be lock your office 15 seconds. We finna get this solved.
Hold on. That's
15 seconds.
But what you saying, I think is unrealistic because
No,
it's like,
I don't really mean that. Like that was just a joke.
no, obviously I'm not talking
Yeah,
about that's
okay.
unrealistic. I'm saying that you could challenge the higher ups because it's like let's say I run a store, right?
Well, not challenge the higher ups. No.
No, you mean like discipline the higher ups.
Yeah.
That's crazy because if I run this, like it's almost like you coming late. We could both come late. Like I was late too, but
Right.
this is my shit. So you disrespecting me.
Wow.
Well, yeah. All right. So
No. You sound like somebody that's gonna abuse the power, my boy.
No. I'm not like that.
Well, listen.
I'm gonna let niggas
So-
slide till they slip.
So all right, I mean that might be a little more extreme, right? You're talking about like an owner, but I'm talking about like your boss, right? Your boss generally is not the owner of
Oh,
the.
them dudes, you don't got nothing to do with this.
Right. So what I'm saying is there has to be a way to like maybe like okay, we all have like a drop box, right? And if you get a certain amount of mentions or letters or notes in that Dropbox, then somebody has to like who's higher than you.
But
come
I'm
talk
always
to you.
nervous about doing stuff like that. Like they say, like it'll be anonymous or whatever.
Oh,
but
right.
somebody always looking who dropped it off. Like
Now you was 2 minutes late coming back from lunch because you put that note about me in there.
and you know what? Now you getting a red warning. Like
Right.
what-
Now everything you do,
You gotta
right?
be easy. You gotta kind of understand your position in life. Like you can have a job, and this is not your end all be all. You don't want to die there, but you need this to get you from here to here. So
Right,
you kind
right.
of got to deal with. You gotta be disciplined yourself instead of in school where they discipline you.
Right.
Discipline yourself.
So just going back to the 4 ways to discipline someone at the workplace, right? Verbal warning, written warning, suspension, or termination, or IDP like a PIP or something, where a performance plan. How have you experienced all those things before? That's a
Hey,
yes.
hold on, I still am a person. I still got a job. It's just so yes, I have. I never got like suspend. Yeah, I have.
Have you ever got fired? My fault if I'm putting you on the spot, but
Hold on, I'm thinking.
So I'll answer that
I've
first.
never been
I
fired for a
got
job.
fired. I got fired before I got written up. I got
too.
all of those.
I just quit or put my resignation or just never put my resignation and quit.
that's how I wish and moving today forward, like how I wish to carry on. Like if when that time comes,
It's on
my
your
choice.
terms.
Yeah,
Your
I
terms.
want
I
to
did
leave.
it one time. I don't want.
How'd it feel?
Resignation. I leave. I'll leave.
No, I'm saying
No, how'd it feel for you?
Yeah,
Like,
when you
was it a
quit.
good thing? Was
It didn't feel good when I didn't put the resignation because it felt like I wasn't being a man type shit.
okay?
When I put the resignation, I felt good because it's like, what y'all gonna say? I'm running around here for 2 weeks. I know I'm out, so watch your mouth. Like, you feel me?
So you was on some. I mean, I can leave right now. Technically,
Yeah,
like
wait, what? Who? What? All right.
He said, "Yo, you breathing too loud, baby boy. You better shut that up."
Hold on. Open that coffee too loud because I'm gonna get tight. All right, but yeah.
Yo, so just we are at our infamous 30 for 30, and what that is, Kai, tell me what that is.
this is where we channel our competitive spirit and get active. I like to think of this segment as like the gym class. We can't wait to get ready for this. So these are not necessarily our opinions or our personal views on something. It's just how we're gonna get competitive in a safe place.
Right. No. So and since we have a guest on this, so we have a guest on this, right? So what we're doing is generally it's an open trial, right? But today, since we have a guest, the Honorable Blizzy will. This is a bench trial, right? And he's not necessarily going to pick a winner on this topic today. However, after the Your Honor segment, he will give his thoughts. So without further ado, here we go.
I feel like I'm on Judge Judy.
On today's docket, are beatings an effective way to discipline? I'm gonna be the prosecution today, so I'm on the side of yes, it is an effective way to discipline.
Right,
Quiet in the courtroom, please. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, putting salt in your shoes will not give you bunnies, hops, or any type of vertical leaping ability. However, if you are a man that's 5 inches or 5 feet tall and 2 inches as an adult, God bless you. But jumping on a trampoline will be, without a doubt, the only way that you will be able to do an aggressive layup on a 10-foot rim, right? The reason why we are here today is because the defense has been charged with second-degree thinking under the influence of stupidity. After my case has been presented, you too will have no choice but to swing that belt of guilty and to smack the defense right in his ass with it. I turn it over to the defense.
Hey, yo! Your Honor, not only are beatings not an effective way to discipline, I'll prove that other options are much better. Turn it over to the prosecution at this time.
All right. I like to actually call a witness to the stand. I like to call Blizzy to the stand. So can you come to the stand, Blizzy?
I'm not telling.
You already cooperated with us, so I just need you to say the same things you said before, okay?
Oh shit.
So I'm just asking you a couple questions. Please be as honest as possible. All right. Have you ever tried to hold something really hot and got burnt?
Yeah.
After you got burnt?
A verse.
Okay. After you got burnt by the verse?
Wasn't even a 16, like a 32.
All right, let's keep it a buck. Something hot, like you holding in your hand, tangible. Have you ever got burnt for real?
Yeah.
And after you got burnt, did you try to pick it back up immediately? Or what did you do after that?
I kind of put respect on whatever that thing was named.
Okay. Now I'm gonna switch the points up a little bit. I'm gonna switch the question. If you had a habit of stealing panties, I ain't judging you. I'm just saying. If you had a habit of stealing panties, and every time your dad found out about it, he either A, told you to stop because you're making the family look bad, or B, he beat your ass with a switch. Which one are you more likely to be receptive to? Be honest.
At the age, yeah, we were receptive to the switch.
To the switch. Okay. You can remove yourself from the stand at this time. All right, I'm sorry. I had to ask the bailiff to take the witness out real quick, give him a couple lumps. He was acting up. All right, so you see, this is nothing new. In fact, I touched on this the very last time we was in court. You know, this man, you know, I'm actually looking to upgrade the charges at this time to first-degree thinking stupid thoughts while being under the influence of ignorance. Not only do actions speak louder than words when it comes to discipline, action is the only language understood worldwide. You know, Mary told her son Johnny to go to timeout. Johnny said, "Mom, you wildin'." He smacked the shit out of his mom. Guess what? Mary never told her son Johnny to go to timeout ever again. I'm gonna let that sink in, and I'm gonna turn it over to the defense.
All right. So, Your Honor, according to brainychild.com, a misconception is that giving a spanking is much easier, and it shows who's boss. But does it? I'd like to call the prosecution to the stand, actually.
What's up? I'm here.
How you doing today?
Great.
Listen, I'm going to ask a few questions, and I hope you'll be as honest as possible, okay?
Let's get it.
All right, so if you and our Honorable Judge Blizzy was having a conversation, right?
Right.
And you cut him off while speaking, so then he goes upside your head like a Dominican barber giving you a taper to discipline you, what would you do?
Knock his ass out.
You engage in a fight.
Right.
You can get up and stand.
Appreciate it.
So what the prosecution just said was that discipline that he was given, he would then get into a fight. I'm not sure what's solved because now there's more problems at hand, right? Now we got to think about Blizzy and his boys coming back for Kai, or maybe he already beat you up. Maybe you already took an L because you wanted to fight back. Clear sign, being physical, beatings, it's never a great option for discipline. Turn it over to the prosecution at this time.
All right, we are now getting into our closing statements. I just want to make that very clear. All right. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today we are here talking about the effectiveness of beatings. Tomorrow, the defense will pose the question, is beating your meat self-harm? You see, this is just out of line. It's just out of line. Come on, guys. Successful in producing a desired or intended result is the definition of effective. Every time I've ever put my hands and feet on somebody, the frequency at which they've tried me again has been less. It was reduced significantly. That being the desired result. That's what I wanted, them to not try me again, right? So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Your Honor, I give you the permission to slap this boy with a guilty verdict. I thank you for your time. Turn it over to the defense.
He rested his case. So, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, according to leb.fbi.gov, 90% of juvenile offenders in the USA have experienced some type of traumatic event in their lives. All right? Now, I don't know about you, but getting my ass beat from a grown man that's 12 times my size with a weight belt sounds traumatic to me. Right? And I did find myself in juvie at one point in my life, believe it or not. You see, when I got beatings, it never made me stop doing what I was doing wrong. No, maybe you guys would agree. It just made me want to do it smarter so I didn't get caught. But if the results of being disciplined was to take away my PlayStation that I play regularly, or my phone or library card so I didn't have access to go on my MySpace and update my top 8, I would have changed faster than a new inmate in a prison shower, all right? I would have made the change, all right? So, hey, yo! You see, beatings in the form of a disciplinary action give you a Ben Simmons shot at making appropriate corrections. And we all know that's no shot at all. I rest my case.
Please meet us in the comment section and let us know what you think on the topic. Did I get that dub? Did K get that dub? Or just how you feel about it?
And since this was a bench trial, or Honorable Judge Blizzy, how do you feel on
The case that we presented,
Okay, I don't.
respectively.
I don't like how you came to your, to your argument. I don't like your approach with the things you used, but you won.
Damn!
You pissed me off when you said like juveniles. They say they like what was the
All right,
how did
he
they
was
gather
found-
that data?
he was found
He
not
won.
guilty
He's
by the.
not guilty.
Yes,
He's
yes,
not
sir.
guilty.
There we go. First bench trial, victory
saying?
for the boy.
All right,
You
so
lost when he put you on the bench. When he put you on the witness stand, and then you
Wait, hold on. Just because I'm very competitive and I want to hear that again.
Run it back from the tippy.
What was that? You said he lost when he got to the stand, right? Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
I ain't gonna say no more. All to you.
Yo, but in all honesty, I feel like and tell me how y'all feel about this. I feel like giving beatings is lazy. Like using that as discipline is lazy because it's not fixing the problem, right? It's not getting to the who, what, where of what is messing up your behavior or making you act out of line. It's you don't want to fix it. I think you're just giving a beating.
False.
Go ahead.
I think doing any type of discipline you choose to implement, if you do it too much, that's lazy, and that's not gonna work. You keep on saying go to the corner, go to timeout, keep on taking away my PlayStation. After a while, it's fuck that PlayStation. Like,
go outside and play ball.
right? You find something else to do, something to entertain your time with. But I personally, I don't. So I was gonna get onto that. When we was younger, my dad, when we did something wrong that he considered wrong, he would say, "Get naked, take a shower, and lay down," because that means so you about to get your ass beat. Now thinking about it, it does kind of piss me off a little bit. Like, Pops, we got to talk about that. Because, like, come on. What you doing?
Hey, yo!
Like, that's traumatic when you think about it. Like,
Look at me when you say that. Let's get naked.
well, I was hoping that you could relate to that, but I guess you...
Nah, just wherever it was at. My dad ain't beat me a lot, though.
He didn't? Respect to that, man.
Respect. Hold on. So, but to that point, I mean, okay. So you don't agree with his lazy? How do you feel on that? Like, I said I think it's lazy to just
I
beat.
feel like neither one of y'all are wrong. Two people could say
Okay.
two different things and
Right.
not be wrong or right. I feel like it only depends on how receptive the other person is to discipline. You could want information from somebody and beat them up, put their teeth out with a plate. If they don't want to give it up, they're not gonna give it up.
Right.
Somebody that's scared or that don't want to lose their teeth will give it up. You know what I'm saying? So this only work on those who were willing to be disciplined.
Right. All right. So I in my search online, right, there was an article I seen. There was a study done back in 2012, right? About 70% of Americans agreed with hitting their child as a form of discipline.
Right.
All right. And so with that, what they found with that was kids who were spanked frequently and or severely are at a higher risk for mental and health problems, including like anxiety, depression, alcohol and drug abuse, and obviously it can cause distant parent-child relationships.
But I think there's a
I
key...
had all of that and I got beat.
There's like,
He's
I
living
don't know if
proof.
it was their fault.
Blizzy
life.
is living proof.
I mean, you saw he walked in here, he had no balance. So that's just on him. His
mean,
genetics.
no balance?
I'm saying you.
He says genetics. Hey,
Yeah, steers. Don't let me get on the set. I was scared, nigga. What gotta do with my upbringing? My calf's a little small, but for me, them steers was wobbly.
That's what I was getting at.
Okay. Yo, so hold on, real quick, just to stray it away from Kai taking another L. So a fun fact is, again, I told you I watch Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, all that, right? So the Bering beetle, when they have kids, right, they have anywhere from 10 to 30 kids at a time, right? And so it's a very rough way of disciplining their kids. So obviously having 30 kids, you can imagine feeding your kids, you gotta be smart about it, right? Mm-hmm. So to any greedy
Start picking favorites, goddammit.
so to any
He's
greedy
playing.
kid, how they do it is if the kid is being too greedy, they eat that kid.
Oh, shit.
No, that is a wild deterrent. That is a great deterrent.
But I say, are you getting out of line after
You ain't hear
that?
what happened to the last security guards?
Nah, homie said, yo, Joe, we just got 8, bro, yo.
I only want one piece.
Yeah, he
or
said-
whatever we eat.
I'm not hungry.
Do you think at 30 kids, do you just stop naming your kids names, or you just like 1, 2, 3? Like, how do you go about the names?
That's a great question.
Yes, that is great.
That's a great
I
question.
hope I don't have nowhere near 30 kids.
You start calling them sounds and shit. Look at over there.
Name after their behaviors. Look a little piss in the bag.
I feel attacked.
Hey,
Tell him.
Yeah.
Why you feel attacked?
because we used to piss in the bed, bro. We talked
Y'all
about
used to
that.
share a bed.
Yeah, we used to be swimming with the fish. I get the term now, swimming with the fishes.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Y'all, hey, yo.
I mean, really, that's the reason we're supposed to be your complexion. But
Twin soup is crazy. Like,
wow,
hey,
I never
yo.
heard that before. I ain't never heard that before.
You said swimming in the A.
Well, no, I was saying what I was getting at was we used to be your complexion, but we kind of like bleached our skin with them.
Yeah, and for anybody for our listeners who are not watching on YouTube.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
First of all, if you want to get a glimpse, just go on over to the YouTube. But
I'm
to
wild
describe-
handsome, but I'm dark skinned.
So,
They
yeah,
gotta try to make it like I look like one of these fucking sound poles and shit.
No.
You know what I'm
Blizzy
saying?
is
Dark hue of brown.
Yeah, he's a great dark chocolate Hershey Kiss kind
Hey
of
yo,
color.
you can't
Okay.
call me chocolate Hershey Kiss.
yo!
You could have said dark. I'm dark
A
skinned
man
black
can't
man.
call you chocolate?
No.
Why?
He got a fisticuffs. I gotta discipline you after that because chocolate is crazy.
Why, let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, let's
Why
talk
is that
about
crazy?
Because it's like I only ever hear people use the term chocolate to describe dark skinned women.
Female, so you only
females.
So I mean that gets to like our last episode we were talking about people generally like you generalize what you're used to.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's what he said. He
Yeah,
only
no,
hear-
I know. So you want to fight me because your reality is not my reality.
No, I want to fight you because I want to fight you because you're a grown. How old are you?
I am your age. I'm 29.
I'm 28, so
Oh.
you're closer to 30 than me. Don't put that on me.
Hey, I'm closer to
I want
30.
to fight you because as a 29-year-old man that's almost close to 30, that's married, that wants to have children one day, you should be able
Yes, sir.
to have a well enough vocabulary to be able to describe my hue, my skin color without using a tasty treat. You're a grown man. Hey, yo,
not
pause.
everybody like dark chocolate. First off,
Yeah, I hate dark chocolate. But however, you know what? After he explained it like that,
Yeah, I don't have
take
nothing.
I'll take that L. I'll
Yeah.
take that L.
You
I'm
try to get me, but you feel me?
All right, so Blizzy looks like the after effects of
when you leave toast in the motherfucking
So just follow me on Instagram @_Lil Blizzy. You heard LILBLIZZY.
Run it back
Yeah.
from the tippy.
That's Lil. Yeah. You can see how black I am. You heard?
that was a hell of an explanation, to be honest. I did not expect him to come correct like that. I will never call another man chocolate.
I think we got to, as black men, we got to do better at using our vocabularies. We know words.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got a great vernacular game, to be honest.
My vernacular spectacular.
Ooh, I like that.
Hey,
Benevolent B.
chocolate will remain in my vocab, but I will not
Use it to describe
another
male.
man at this point going forward.
You're married to a black woman. Use that when you go upstairs.
I don't say
say that to
man.
me.
I said man.
Oh
I
yeah,
said
don't
man.
ever say that to men.
Okay, so look, I did the infamous keyword search. I used the keyword search tool. I typed in discipline, right? What was popping up was discipline equals freedom. Now, when you hear that, what comes to your mind when you hear that?
Ooh. Well, so after you, hold on, I'll let Blizzy go first.
Free Max B. He got mad discipline, a little bit of freedom. I don't know.
Next beat is an artist, a recording artist. If you didn't know,
He used to be.
He said he's
got
a
my boy
convict.
locked up. God
he said
damn.
man's just a person in jail at this point.
Free the wave.
Okay, so
All right, so when I hear that, instantly what I thought of was because we're trying to get part of the FIRE lifestyle. What the FIRE lifestyle means is being free, independent, retire early. Right?
financially free.
Yeah, financially free. So with that, like it makes sense. Like that's where my mind went. Being financially free. If you're disciplined, have a lot of self-discipline, because I think a lot of self-discipline is broken by temptation.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
So hold on, go ahead.
Hold on that.
Yeah.
Put a bookmark there. We're gonna come back to that.
All right,
real
don't worry.
quick.
I will run it
Can I have
back
another cup?
from the tippy.
Yeah, don't say that. Press that button.
So, what the discipline equals freedom? That's actually a book, right? It's a book, and it's by Jacko Willink, and pretty much the synopsis of the book is pretty much what Kay was saying. In order to achieve freedom in all aspects of our lives, we must constantly practice mental and physical discipline. And I mean, you can apply that to the financial thing.
Right.
But do you put a bookmark there?
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Run it back from the tippy.
All right, so I'll just go ahead and go to so according to evolveinc.io, right? It's just some causes of the lack of self-discipline, right? Is a misperception of the underlying concept, whatever that is, right? Laziness, lack of inner strength, fear of failure. I think that's a huge one. You agree?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Like I was saying, temptation trumps self-discipline.
That's what I wanted to get at when I said put a bookmark on it. Now, we could be honest, and I mean, you might hit me with an Ayo, and I'm cool with that, right? So, temptation, self-discipline.
Right.
When you are or was as a single man,
Right.
home alone. There ain't nothing else to do. You already know. So
knew
where
you
am I
was
going with
here.
this?
You
Go
talking
ahead,
about
Blizzy.
niggas being ain't me.
Okay. So how much self discipline do you have? They're not sponsoring nothing.
But Blizzy
That's
did
they
just
shit.
put
I can just hear what I got here.
Blizzy put some lotion on the table for the listeners.
But yeah, I mean, let's be real though, right? That temptation, like there ain't nothing else to do in this house. My internet not working, so I can't hop online.
But as a single man,
Well, I mean, okay, as a married man too, but I didn't want to get you in no bind because sometimes your partner could just be upset if that's what you're
That
doing.
was tricky. Which I just I'm gonna leave it alone. But that was tricky. 'Cause who should be doing that more? Why would you be doing that in a relationship? But why would
Fair
you be doing it
question.
single? You got
Fair
mad
question.
options, so
Fair question.
Just leave it alone. Bookmarking that.
We will come back to that on another episode. Nah, we gonna come back to that. Goddamn it! So
No comment.
you don't got no more misconceptions. You only hit one today.
No, yeah, I don't hit. I mean, I hit one, and when I was giving you the works and the Your Honor segment.
Oh, okay.
Giving me
Nah, y'all brothers, and y'all identical. If y'all was maternal, that would have been an AO. Y'all identical.
According to Blizzy, I mean, we missing on a lot of AOs today. All right, we missing on a lot of AOs.
Just real quick, potential, discipline, potential, right? Do you think that you can reach your full potential without discipline in all aspects? No.
Blizzy says no.
Kanye West would be a way better producer, rapper, man if he had a little somebody to give him some discipline. Because he a genius. You could do whatever. If you could do whatever you want, you got talent. You could. You know what I'm saying? You don't technically need it. Iverson, you don't need practice. You don't need. But imagine if he did practice. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I respect that.
Okay. Goals versus systems.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
So to have goals or to make systems for yourself, like small or repeatable actions. That's like a system. So every day you get up at 4 a.m. go to the gym. That's a system. Something you do every day.
All right. So I think those are okay. No. Because they kind of intertwine, right?
Yes.
Like if you have a goal, you can kind of use a system to get you to that goal.
Smart people do that, right?
Yeah, I was because there was a story that I came across on let's just say YouTube.
Yep.
I don't know if it was actually YouTube, but it was a guy, a fat guy. He was trying to lose weight, and so he went to the trainer. The trainer, the advice that he gave him was go to the gym for 5 minutes every day.
Right.
Right. And then so people hear that they're like 5 minutes. What are you gonna do at the gym? So he said, well, the first thing I need to do is build a habit. Right. You're used to going to the gym every day.
Right.
And then now we can work on something now. Now you're gonna make that time a little longer every time. So he ended up losing 100 pounds by the end of the year.
Respect.
Yes, sir.
I mean, and pretty much that's where I was going. So goals, that's something that can provide direction,
Right.
like, give you a sense of a purpose. Like, all right, I want to hit this goal, and then systems, like you said, something that you do every day, creating a repeatable action.
Right.
But sometimes, like, people don't always just because you have a goal don't mean you have a system in place. Like
That's true.
NBA teams, everybody's goal is to win a championship,
Yeah.
but not everybody go to practice and practice as hard as they can. You know what I mean?
He just said AI.
Right. I mean, practice.
Hold on, but on that real quick, I just want to because shout out to one of my good friends, Ryan. Right. So I remember we had a conversation way back in the day, and when we was talking about goals, sometimes with goals, it's important to set like little achievable things. Right.
Right.
So for one example that he gave me, he was like, all right, I made this goal for myself just to make sure I refill the ice tray in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's little, but sometimes it builds your confidence. Oh, I can do this. All right, what other goal can I knock out now? So
Right.
shout out to Ryan for that.
Yeah,
Right.
shout out to Ryan.
Shout out to the boy. So
Diet Brian. You should have put the B on that.
So when talking about discipline, how do you feel someone could be above average?
Just making sure temptation. Yeah, I'm gonna. So I think the big one is temptation. You're tempted to do so much. Just making sure temptation is not with what draws you back or withdraws you from whatever your set goal was or your mindset. Just listen, because even practicing discipline, right? We're gonna all have setbacks. That's normal in life.
Right.
We're gonna have setbacks. So just if you do have a setback, you didn't fail, you didn't lose. That's part of the game. That's part of growth. So I think that's what it is when it comes to being above average with self-discipline. Did you want to say anything, Blizzy, about
Self-discipline.
self-discipline?
Or just how you be above average discipline as a whole, parent, whatever.
I'm not a parent, so listen with the parent shit. You know, they be like, you don't got kids. You don't.
Right.
Nah, I feel like don't measure yourself up against anybody.
Respect.
Respect.
That's a discipline in itself.
Yeah.
though.
That's yeah.
all
All
right.
right, I got stories about that, but
So we are getting ready to close the show out with information a guru would make you pay for, and what that is, oftentimes someone will try to take advantage of your ignorance or sell you classes, courses, and it's of basic information or sometimes information that doesn't work at all, right? And I got an issue with that. So as I was saying in the anniversary episode, we as new podcasters, someone tried to take advantage of us. His name is Alex Sanfilippo. All right,
This is really happening.
this really happened. Okay, he started something called Pod Match. The idea of it is like Tinder for podcasts, where you go on his platform if you want to guest.
spicy.
It is spicy. if you want to guest, you swipe, you match, okay, and then he's selling it as you as a host, you can get paid for having guests. I know that sounds good, but then there's something behind it. So in order to be on his platform, you as a host, you have to pay $50 minimum, and then up to whatever. How many times you want a host on the platform. So, yeah, he will pay you $19, but remember, you're paying him $50. Does that make sense? He's giving you $19 back of your $50. So, if you're new to this podcasting space, watch out for someone named Alex Sanfilippo or his platform,
Yeah, and the
Podmatch.
the average blows are Alex, whatever his last name is, K. They don't rock with him.
Right.
So if you see them and you support them, you
knuckle
believe in that type of discipline.
So if you're new to the space, watch out for that. If you already know that stuff, then good for you. And that is information a guru will make you pay for.
and always remember, being competitive is a positive attribute. Being average is a choice.
Average blows, competitive spirits.